briefly, David Small, also known as David Steele in the bodybuilding fraternity, or Bumblebee in the skating fraternity. And those are two things that I do: skating, bodybuilding. Yeah, in a nutshell. Actually, it's true. We 246 was formed during COVID. COVID is kind of yeah, skyrocketed the group. Um, People generally wanted something to do, and skating became that medium. It didn't start like that, but yeah, yeah, it became like that. Oh, well, as it pertains to skating, when I was little, I did some skating. You know, coming back up in the 80s, skating was really popular. You see kids with roller skate, not so much rollerblades back then. You got the one-foot skates we use and go down the road, down the hills around the neighborhood. They had metal skates you put on your sneakers and so forth. So, yeah, as a kid, I did a lot of skating. As a teenager, then moved on to the blades. Got a background in street skating, did a lot of street skating with rollerblades and jumping and speed and stunts and so forth. Yeah, and that was the thing back there that's coming into the 90s, maybe early 2000s. Yeah, but then after that, the appeal for skating dwindled a lot, and a lot of people just start skating. And in Barbados, especially, we can get access to skating accessories. So therefore, you ain't got no wheels. Sometimes instead of skating 4 wheels on the blades, it's skating 2 front and back. So yeah, a lot of them things cause the demise or the slowdown with skating. So eventually, I stopped skating, more or less. Well, as a kid back in the 80s, coming up then, skating was the norm. So we had skates and we would skate. That was one activity we used to do. I loved it. Other friends of mine, they loved it as well. So we would skate. You know, sometimes you would go around the neighborhood with the one wheel and the bicycle pushing with the metals. Yeah, with the spanner or beating with a stick or so forth. Yeah, and back then you had like scooters and go-karts and so forth. So skating was one of those mediums. As a kid, as a teenager, it was more about the stunts, the street skating, the speed. And by that time, I had like a crew with me, and they had skates, I should actually say, and they more recruited me into the blaze. So those guys, they were way ahead of me when it comes to skating and stunts. And skating taught me a lot. Like I said, when it comes to rollerblading, they teach me how to rollerblade. Yeah. Well, street skating was fun and exhilarating. My fondest memory of skating, rollerblading, when it was started with my crew. I would say, well, the first time I put on the rollerblades. Blades a little different to grasp and skate, but I was on the blades and the guys was like, or you can rollerblade today, and they trying to get the balance and thing right, and the guys just sitting down having fun, and every minute be like, all right, David, so you ain't learned to skate yet, you ain't got it down pat yet, and they try my best, you know, yeah. So that was Sunday. Um, well, I would say at that time I was a lot younger. Skating was not on such a low as it is now, I should say. And when you're young, it's just be about the thrill and the exhilaration. So back then it was just skates and run and hit the road. But coming into this era now, skating had died off. So this is more of an era where we're trying to rebuild the skating. We're trying to do it in a safe manner as well. Yeah, and we're trying to pass on a lot of things that we learned by trial and error and the hard way. We ain't really had a lot of people to show us a lot of things, but now we can use that knowledge that we gain for this next generation to show them how to do things, so that you ain't gotta do it hard way no more. Yeah, you ain't gotta do it hard way. Oh, well, to compare it, I would say, in my day, how I learned it was I put on the skates, get to know them, fight with the balance. You know, you get a few falls here and there, and that's how you kind of master it like that, trial and error. But now, I could come and I could get a youngster, I could let and see whether it's blades or quads, for before we skate, quad skate. Yeah, and we could carry you literally, hold your hand, tell you how to grasp, show you how to grasp the balance, so you gotta do it on your own. And we could give you tips and tricks on what to do, what not to do, how to stand, proper posture, you know, how to push off, the basic movement, how to arch your feet, how to arch your back. Those sort of things that we didn't learn coming up. So no, yeah. Well, I would say especially for the roller skating, the quad skating, because back in the day we had 4 indoor facilities. We had wheels, roller street, studio 10, and skate on. And sometimes, like, people will go down. I had an uncle and he would go down to NCF and have some tanks on there to skate under. And then in St. Lucie, I think the Ammo facility had like this big empty pool. Water got drained out. A lot of competitions went on down there, right? But then we had access to them places. Most of them places closed down. Studio 10, I would say, was probably the most popular in places. And what happened with Studio 10, it moved from guys roller skating, then funk and discounting came in, so guys would come and skate a little bit, but then rather than skate all night, they would take off the skates and break dance, right? And then break dancing became a thing in Studio 10, so it was like more break dancing and the skating started to fade out, along with losing the access to the other places for whatever reason. Yeah, that contributed immensely to the decline of roller skating. And then, as I said before, the inability to access basic things for the skate, accessories, wheels, yeah, bearings, skate tools, and so forth. Well, that's kind of what happened, and that's where the rollerbladers found their home on the street skating. That way, I said before, my background is really in street skating, because as a teenager, did a lot of street skating. For the posters, the roller skaters, you will see like at crop over time, you will see like a set of guys coming down with the bands and so forth. So their guys use that time to skate, and guys will skate town, and you see guys skating in town on the roller skates. Cause they had no place else to go. Sometimes you could find like power court, and you could go and you could skate around. But that's what it became. It moved to an outdoor scenario. But then eventually it just dwindled off. You see like less guys around town, less guys on the hard court. Yeah, till it like, virtually can't like stop, more or less. Well, during COVID, as I said, there's a bodybuilder as well. But the COVID pandemic kind of shut down the bodybuilding scene. Gyms, because of the close contact, those were shut off for sure. So I couldn't train as it was like. So I started to do some training outside on the beaches in the park, and that was okay, but it ain't reaching the level of what we're doing in the gym. So I wanted something else to do, and I said, hey, D, why don't you do some skating? So I looked around for some skates that I had. They didn't much use at that point in time, and they needed wheels and bearings and so forth. So I just ordered a pair. Went on Amazon and I ordered a pair, right? And I started back basically rollerblading again. I would just go around like the Garrison. At that point in time, I had people walking around and running and kids on bikes and so forth. So I would go to the Garrison and I would skate. Then I saw a couple of kids. That warmed my heart to see a couple of kids in roller skates, and I was like, yeah. So then that kind of like lit the fire, you know? Yeah, flame, that spark, yeah, that returned. So from there, I just wanted to skate. I was going Garrison like every opportunity I had. Well, as it pertains now to 246, or our group is 246 Just Skate. As it pertains to 246 Well, I was skating at the Garrison, and when I saw the case, then I told myself, well, to go got more people, they go be skating, I go find some other skaters. So I decided, well, I need to go someplace where I used to go. And when I was younger, we used to go in the gymnasium. At that point in time, we used to set up the ramps and stuff and so forth within the gym, and we would go out there and we would do really stunts and so forth. So I just took a trip by the gymnasium one day, and that's when I came across a guy named Greg. And he and some others were roller skating. So I was like, yeah, this is what we're looking for. So I went over, talked to Greg, meet the others, and from there we just start skating together. So that was like, well, yeah, the boost to really get things going. So we started skating, and then we found some other people, added some other people to come along skate. Cause it was like a case where we would go and skate in a gymnasium, and they would say, all right, guys, gym was fun today. We can go now by the new sanitation building and throughout sand in the car park. Yeah, you all come in, we set a time, and we started going around to different spots. If we see people, people come, cause at that point in time, skating was a novelty. So people would see me skating, and it'd be like, oh, the guy's skating, the guy's rollerblading. So we be like, yeah, but you could come and you could skate too. And then we actually, through them conversations and linking with people, we found like people who had skates. People say, well, I used to skate back in Studio 10, I used to skate back in Skate On, I still got my skates. And we invited them to come out. Oh, wow, yeah, that's an interesting story. As I said, we had a group, we had people skating. We had a chat, we were inviting people. I think back in the day we were just like skating events. Yeah, because we go to different places, we play music, we would invite people, but as we started the structure, we needed a name, more or less. We needed some branding and stuff done. Mr. Mikey Motor did a lot of branding for us in terms of our shirts and banners and so forth, and the logo, but we needed a name to go with these things. So we were at Bronx Beach, let me remember correctly. We were at Bronx Beach, and I really wanted a name, so we had a lot of guys skating. So we had the mic, I think Mikey was on the mic that night too. So we like, guys, man, we need a name, man. Anybody here got a name that could think of for this group? Call me the admins, or we rocking with brand. We trying to find a name. So we said, man, let me assign the guys, assign the skaters, right? I got a lot of guys skating along before my era. So then I think it was Bird, you know, that came up. Bird. Somebody came up with the name 246. But then the man started a little chant. And we didn't even start it, no, we already think. So here like 246 just skate. 246 just skate, don't wait. 246 just skate. 246 just skate, don't be late. And the man started rapping. We was like, yeah. So then we started passing the mic around, and yeah, everybody get turned on the mic. 246 just skate. 246, 246, and it sounded really catchy. And we were like, yeah, this is our name. This is our name. And you know, the biggest thing is that it came from the group. It came like from me as a woman, or Anthony, or Mikey, or Greg, or Shaggy, Carson. It came from the admin, it came from the group. So we felt really humbled to know that the people who coming out to skate is the people who bring this name. Yeah? So yeah, I would say this is like the community name. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a lot in between there, honestly, but we take it back to the gym and quickly. But basically we formed the WhatsApp chat. So that's how through WhatsApp, and we added the people we had skating at that point in time, and then every time we talked to somebody who got interest in the group, we were adding to the chat, and we used the chat to send out the locations, the times, so forth. You know, we were talking about skating, we were talking about the history coming up in the different clubs and so forth. So that's basically where the group started in terms of the chat and so forth. But we went through a lot of iterations there, and basically different names for the groups, and yeah, the structuring and so forth. But it was like that. So we basically had a group, and we had people skating, and we had a following. we try to grow the group. So every time we find someone, we talk to people, and we didn't realize in Barbados we have so many skaters, especially roller skaters, right? You'd be surprised to talk to someone, and people start to see me and will report you about skating. Who knew and they want to join, used to skate before. And predominantly in the early days, the people that joined was a lot of previous skaters on way back into the time and skate on time. So it started like that, and we would add people to the group, and we would go to different locations. In terms of structuring, that came a little later on, where we started to structure the group and add the admins and so forth. Well, I would say the group, getting the group up and running in terms of bringing people to the group. This is saying that a lot of people within the group helped doing. We created some, we take it back to the early days, we created some admins. I had it myself. We have Mr. Mikey Moda, Greg, as I say, Greg Wharton, Anthony Ailey, yeah, Carsten Westphal, and I just naming a couple of the guys who were, and Renault Lane, right? They're more the admins of the group, and we were like, see people, as people go, we started a process of hunting people, because it morphed from being just a couple of guys skating to guys who trying to recreate this whole skating environment. We trying to bring it back now. We trying to get people back into it, right? We trying to build back skating into it, form of glory. So it moved on to that, and I would say from there we started hitting like a lot of different spots. We did, as I say, sanitation. We used to be at Bronx Beach. We'd be at the gymnasium. Yeah, we went all around skating. If we find a hardcore, we would just go and dominate it and skate. We reach out to people, and that's how the group started growing. We got a lot of exposure from those locations, especially Bronx Beach. Bronx Beach, that was a nice location, but you start like in Bay Street, and people will pass. You'd be surprised how many people will pass their cars and stop, people on bikes. Yeah, people were on the beach and be seeing us, and it started to build from there. We started to structure a little better. So we would put a tent, we would offer people water, because you know it's skating again, dehydrated. Yeah, and we started training as well. Training people and training kids. And when we started with the case, other people would say, well, hey, you roller skate, maybe my daughter could try this, maybe my son could try this. We were like, come, we could teach them. And we would hold them, we would show them the posture, how to stand, how to roll, yeah, the do's and don'ts. And yeah, that caused the group to really spread and build. As I say, we went through a lot of iterations and structuring and naming and so forth to get where we are today. Koyman came as we outgrew. We definitely outgrew Bay Street. But that was the launch pad, but we outgrew the launch pad. So we were looking for somewhere wider, smoother, where we could skate. So we approached Koyman, one of our admin, Carsten. He approached Koyman, and we talked to the guys. They were welcoming. They loved the idea. They loved the skating, and we thankful the opportunity that Koyman gave us to really utilize the car park. Yeah, and from there, the car park, the Saturday nights at Koyman really took off. Really took off. Oh, the kids love it. Honestly, the kids love it. The case, I would say, case catch on to skating really quickly. And this generation of case, they're far ahead of where we was at the same age. They're ahead of it. Yeah, where we struggle at as a teenager, case just coming and getting it in a night, 2 nights, 3 nights. Yeah, and they love it. The kids love it. They want come out and skate the first time. They want to come back. They want to do more skating. And they bring the parents. I mean, the kids dragging the parents to the house. But it's a good activity. The parents to come now and sit down. You can line up Koyman. You can enjoy the atmosphere if you're skating. To come and the kids, we could teach them. You could relax while we're teaching. But most kids they sketch it on their own and they start to go on their own. And parents enjoy, you know, taking the videos and the pics and watching the kids do an activity outside of the digital activity as well, right? So that's one of the wonderful parts where the kids could come and actually get physically involved instead of the head down in the tablet, the phone, the device, whatever. Yeah. Oh, posture is very, very important. If we're gonna run you through basically how your stance for skating, I would say knees are always bent. When we walking, we are accustomed being upright. The skates, you gotta keep a bend in the knees all the time. It's better to lean forward a little bit, keep your body weight forward, because you don't want to go back. If you start to go back, you can definitely take a fall, and it can be hard to break it. If you're forward and you take the fall forward, obviously you can put on the hands and try to break the fall and so forth. But posture is important. Standing on the skates, trying to find that center of balance is important. But I would say it's easier said than done by saying it here, but because we are accustomed walking in shoes and we be accustomed being stable, having a feel on you as though the center of gravity moving all the time and the skate slipping away is really getting used to. So we try to guide people, and that's why we start initially holding people, so then get a grasp of it, and then we can let them go and let them go a little steady. But I always say lower and steady, lower and steady. Yeah, definitely. Cause falls will happen. Falls will happen. We try to, first of all, we encourage people to wear the proper protective gear and so forth. Helmets, knee pads, elbow pads, wrist guards, especially the guards for the wrist. Our hands always go down first when you're taking a fall. So those are very important. Yeah, but falls will happen, and we could show you techniques of how to fall, how to break a fall. Yeah. But bearing that in mind, things don't always go as smoothly as you would like, but so far we've had no major incidents. Well, I would say but based on what I do and coming out of this skating environment for this generation, I would say find a activity that you like, that you could enjoy doing, and put your all into it. Put your all into it. Whether it be skating like me, the Bumblebee, whether it be bodybuilding, whether you play a sport, whether you play like a board game, you play chess, you play dominoes, find an activity, because at least we need balance. Yeah, if we working hard, we need something to offset that. Yeah, so we need balance. We need something to keep the mind clear, and a physical activity, any activity that can keep the body going, right? Whether the body relax, whether you can get some sort of cardio or something out of it. But yeah, find that activity. I would say to get in contact with us, you could find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. We go under the same name, 246JustSkate. Our email is 246justskate@gmail.com. We operate at Koiman on Saturdays from 8 to midnight, and we go to Koiman again on Sundays from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So that is 246. I must make mention, there are other groups out there now. We have the Good Skate Cruisers in the IV. If you all guys go to the IV, we have Skate Life. They was operating out of Foundation School. I think they're on a break right now. We have the Roller-Based Skaters, and they operate now at Base Street. Our group, we are focused on speed skating. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but our group, we got a heavy focus on speed skating. There's a skating association in Barbados. We have a national ice skating, Priyanka Sharma. And we're working closely with them to transition skaters from roller skates, rollerblades onto ice. So coming in April, we can probably put on some speed skating. We did some last year for Easter. We can do another round of speed skating for Easter. So guys, you all can come out to Koiman, the Easter bank holiday, and check out some speed skating. Bring the skates and let them get involved. Follow the Instagram page, follow the Facebook page, and you get all the relevant information there. If you want, just leave a note. You can be added to the WhatsApp group as well. My number, I will put my number out there, is 2650110. You can save me as Bumblebee or David. 2650110. I can add you directly into the chat group. Yeah. Okay, well, I have to say thank you to Chuneintv. Yeah. There's a humbling opportunity for me. I'm grateful that you all guys took the time to come and sit down and have a little chat with me about skating and what we do and all of that stuff. Yeah, really appreciate it. So upon 246, just skate. The Bumblebee to you guys. Yeah. All right.